All right, let's just hit the button. Everything looks good. Rebellion. Peasants are being punished. Hey, look at that. We got it down to 3. There's a whole lot of punishment. Oh, this poor guy. Is it going to count us going across the river? Well, we're going to smash it with this group first. That wasn't as strong a hit as I thought we were going to get. And if we advance, we're leaving the fighting dead behind. Can't quite get these units into the capital this turn. Do we hold the army here for suppression, or do we push it south to speed up the takeover time? What I don't want is for these guys to kind of wander around the backfield here and through the forest to get behind my line. They'll have a problem with supply if they try something like that. Supply travels outward from settlements, and I don't think it'll reach anywhere near that far. My own supply, I am out of at the moment for my main army. There is foraging. I forget the exact rules for foraging, but the army that's out of the supply line will forage for supplies. I think foraging amount depends on the season and the terrain type, and I'm not sure what else. I forget the formulas. What to do. We didn't get nearly as much damage as I thought we would. Let me look at that battle result. I think he got the river bonus. Didn't mention one. No leaders. He got the God Favors the Defender die roll. Oh, river. Times 0.5. Ouch. Ouch. Youch. Okay. Yeah, that's why we didn't get the result I wanted. Now he's tucked into a nice little river section here. Huh. If anything, I'd like to move to this position. Damn you, river. Think I'm going to try to get these 3 guys over into the core spread here. We should be able to go a turn without having to worry about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring these guys south, get them across this river, get them into this position. I don't think he'll risk trying to push forward into through the trees to that direction. I think he'll pull back into the Draeul Whisper or go some other direction. Getting this group south gives me the option to either hit Lore Serpent or come across if he moves back this way. So let's go. Oh, wait. Now, this is where we want to be because it's on the other side of the river, but we're still in supply. So yeah, that's where we want that group to be. These guys, if I push forward, which I think I will, we're still in supply. We've got groups following up that I could position just to delay him if he pushes north. I don't think he's gonna. And we'll try to bring you forward. We're gonna have a lot of guy kind of out of supply in a weird setup here. I think I'm going to leave you right here just to make sure he doesn't try to come around and connect up to this road network. All right, that's a little ugly, but we should be fine, I think. I should have done that before we moved. My bad. Got to remember to reinforce these things. Who's out of supply? Nobody? Cool. Okay, heroes, time to get to work again. Let's have you do your thing first. That's interesting. I also need to start getting some cash into recruiting new heroes. I keep forgetting to check the hero vault. Cleric, adventurer, and a warrior. What do we have as our guy out there currently? Bob the druid. Wait, no. Cancel. Edward the cleric. All right, so we've got the cleric started for a second group. Yeah, I gotta get some cash to get that second hero group going. All right, go here first. Damn it. 44%. Nope. Unfortunately, that means we now have zero movement points left. So that kind of sucked. Let's go ahead and bring you over. False rumor. Real location, low dungeon. Awesome. Okay, so we'll just rotate them up and then down here. Hopefully by the time they finish these, they'll have gained another level or two and we might be able to consider going into some mediums. I don't know if it'll happen or not. Okay, heroes done. I think warriors done. Our army's done. One turn for my Lichborn, 2 turn for my Nightmare Riders to get them pushed south to form up our full third army. Not going to worry about that stuff other than another hero. Let's grab, I'd rather have a warrior with stats. Could grab the second cleric. But we seem to be getting a lot of clerics. I'm going to wait. Let's wait. It's going to take me a while to build up that second group. And let's hope that if this flips, I'm going to get so mad. I mean, it's not as important as it was previously when we were trying to get the country to capitulate, but still. With nobody there to suppress it and it having such a high pop, I think the number is going to go back up quite a bit. The longer it takes me to break out of my little cul-de-sac of the map, the stronger some of these other countries are going to get. All right, everything's fine. Still got plenty of food, growing, unrest. So they jumped back to, they only went back up 1. That's fine. Whoa, well, hi there. That's a little surprising. Ha ha ha, triple spearman. Wait a minute. Triple spearman sitting across the river from my knights. No, I will not take that fight, thanks. I think I'll move south of you and take that fight instead. And then start burning you out of supply, you bastard. Triple spearman. That's hilarious. Well, I see what you're doing. I'm hopeful that the AI did that on purpose as a reasoned response to seeing cavalry coming charging down the road, and he set up a stack with a bunch of spearmen. I want to say it just says melee 3. It doesn't mention here. I want to say spearmen have a bonus against mounted, but now I'm not sure I'm remembering right. Let's see if we can find anything. Oh, these are heroes, military. Surrounded, starvation, weather, land combat, range, melee, and pursuit. Unit attributes. Here we go. This is what we need. Footmen, lancers. Doesn't mention anything here. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. We have unit specialties, too. I'm not sure we've had enough fights for any of the units to build up specialty points for that. Lancer counts towards a defender's cavalry advantage ratio. Lancers are cavalry, light cav. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I could have swore there was something about spearmen getting a bonus. Well, what am I going to do here? Absolutely getting you in there. We're at 4 units here. I need to get you guys reinforced and you guys reinforced. We won't be able to get to here. Well, we'll get 5 points available. It's going around because if it moves here, it's increasing the adjacency, increases the movement cost. So it's cheaper for it to go around to get to this position. That's a pretty strong group. I'm not sure I want them to be able to move to my backfield. And I don't have a lot of defense back here. If they do manage to make it that far, they could take a settlement and then get resupplied, which would be a nightmare. So let's actually prosecute this fight, and then we'll kind of decide from there. Smashed it utterly. All right, so that changes things a bit. I can actually get you guys in there, can I? I'm not sure I can keep this guy pinned and get him cut off from supply. He is strong enough to be a problem. Do not want to take that across the river negative. Yeah, I think I group these units up, try to end run him for this position, and see what we can do. And then next turn, try to pincher him to flatten that army group. So, how can I go about this? I'm not sure I'll have enough points to finish this fight and be able to get in and hold the position. We have just enough to actually get in and take the position. That's awesome. Oh, we don't because of the adjacency. Oh, so close. I can get the 2 knights in, but I think they would get hurt. Although he's going to have to come across the river too. Do I risk this? Don't have enough points to get around him. Yeah, I can get the knights in there. But everybody else, because of his position, costs too many points to go around. Can I get anybody over there over? Nope, just barely too far there too. Actually, if we take out the 3-pointers, nope, can't make it. Close. If I combine these groups here, what's he gonna do? Well, I'm wondering, I might want him to have the town. I might leave it open just to give him the opportunity to get out of this river section here that's hammering my combat strength. Let him have the town, because I'll have 2 full army groups in the area to hit him with. What I don't want him is for him to be roaming up north. Because the only other option I have is to move my 2 knight units in. And even coming across the river, I'm worried that with all of his strength he's got in melee, that my knight units would have a problem keeping it. Well, I know I cut a supply. That's not the issue. You can go a few turns without supply. We're in the fall. He can forage for supplies, and he can last several turns even without foraging. So a human player could commit to getting this army into this place. That's my worry. So if I bring him down and get all these guys stacked up, if he does manage to squeak by me, then I have a problem. If I move to here, I'm not 100% sure I'm going to get the river bonus, the way this river is represented. I think I will, but that's a little shady on whether or not I'm going to get the river defensive bonus. And the more movement points I can drain out of him, the better. But putting a group here of decent strength forces him to move past me, and he has to burn extra movement points. But it also pushes him further from my 2 main stacks. So another little interesting puzzle. That's got to be the last stack of any substance, though. I'm kind of surprised he put that together. But how to handle this? And is 1 army going to be enough to keep this suppressed? I think it likely will be. I've still got a lot of movement points on this group. Yeah, I'm seriously tempted just to reinforce this stack. He's going to get just crushed if he comes across to try to hit my group. If I bring this army, put 1 guy in here to take it, bring the rest of the group down to here, then I've got 2 full stacks ready to just hammer this thing flat next round. And he has no river bonuses. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, nothing selected, fighting dead, get in there. Rest of the group, get over there. You guys get to there. And then I will position 2 groups here to kind of incentivize him to go into the city. Yeah, I want him to go into the city. Yep. All right. I like that plan. I think that's the best plan. He tries to move away. I don't mind if he moves this direction. If he tries to move this direction, he's got to pay the cost and the extra points. He's not going to make it up. I got groups close enough. I can chase him down once I'm not having to cross a river. He doesn't have that much strength. And we're draining his economy. He's not going to be able to reinforce these guys very well. So we should be okay. I'm just hoping I can finish him with 1 stack instead of having to commit both my groups, because I'd like to get the other group moving. All right. Yeah, I think I like that. So we have recruits. The Lichborn is ready. I could drop a Lichborn in here. And the Nightmare Rider will be ready next turn, just in case he does try to do an end run, which I don't think he's going to do. I'm 90% sure he's going to step into the settlement to keep me from taking it and to keep himself supplied. Sure. Right there's fine. Heroes, warrior, cleric, warrior. Look at this warrior. He's got the enforcer bonus and the leader bonus for +5 army morale and the minor bonus. How come you had to give him competing bonuses? And by competing, I mean he's got settlement bonuses, he's got army leadership bonuses, he's got descent removal. So he has 2. I mean, that's more of an army leader bonus there. So he's got 2 army leader bonuses and 1 economy or settlement leader bonus. That's kind of funny. Be good to get him leveled up a bit and then get him assigned to an army group. Yeah, I think I'll take him. Do we take Alvin? I'm just going to take my time getting the second group put up, I think. All right, let's finish this stuff. So we are done with Army Man stuff. Research 22, 20, 21, getting closer, slowly. All right, so you guys need to go there. Nobody died. Hey, we found a ring. Only 4 of them gained levels. 2-turn recovery. 40 gold, only 1 shard, but we got a ring of the brute. And they ran back to Tavskar, of course. Damn it. Why did Tavskar have to be the closest? Why couldn't it have been Have Meadow? All right, so we have a Ring of the Brute in the vault. +3 to strength, but at the cost of cleverness and armor. Definitely a warrior one. Let's keep maximizing our first group. So we want the folks at 6254, so this group. So Alvin has nothing yet. Diane earlier got the Auroch blade, but it might still be best to stack the items. Strength of 6 versus strength of 10. Holy crap, Alvin. Jeez. Dude. Ah, brute versus warrior. That's why. I think I'm going to stack up Alvin. 13 strength. Okay, hero there is done. You found another one, did you? I think I'll wait till next. Well, we'll go to there, and we'll check for rumors, and then go check it out. That one. And then this one, we found the low. I guess we'll step into here. Found nothing. Step into here. Oops. And we're out of points. All right, I think we're done. Big question. What's he going to do? He might fight these guys. He's got pretty good quality advantage over these guys. I'd be a little surprised if he did it. I really think he's going to go here. But, you know, AI's AI. We'll see. Uh-oh. Rebels, 50%. So, we are at Descent 3 and Descent 4. I really do need to get at least one more unit into each of those to help out with that. So he did what I expected, sort of. He split the group, which is terrible again. I hate it when the AI does that. He even pulled... Never mind. He brought up another group? Yeah, that was at like 38. So he recovered that one. And maybe he's bringing a spear up from this place. Did you have a barracks over here? I don't think I can tell what he's got without owning it. Okay. Yeah, so with that result, let's work from the rear forward. Get the riders out. There. Get the Lichborn moving. Let's see. 5 out of your 5. You're not going to be able to contribute to that fight. You're going to have to go the long way around too. I'm not going to be able to get anybody else into this group. So we're going to have to hit him with the main group and then go into finish them possibly with the secondary group without other support. Let's see. So you guys are going to stay where you're at. Not sure what I'm going to do with this group. Like to get one there and one there, I think. And then depending on what happens here, use the last one to reinforce somebody. But I don't think there's any choice. We got to do this fight first. Much as I don't want to take the riders in. Especially against spearmen in a settlement. Not sure what's going to happen there. Do I take this unit in first? I think I am going to take this unit in first and then follow with the larger group. Problem's going to be if he retreats back over the river. Maybe I can... I'm not sure how a retreat works when I've got a unit in that position, even if it's just a single light unit. Let's do this. Let's move you there. Switch you out, send you up there, and then send you over here. Done with that. 4-3. We took more losses than we inflicted. Do it again. Again, we took more losses than we inflicted. A couple of points left. Let's hit them with this group now. Ouch. Yeah. Damn it. Well, this kind of sucks. Is this going to be one of those where I try to surround him and starve him out? That group's rough. And he's about to reinforce it with another spear. Huh. We lost 2 strength points on our Nightmare Riders. I'm worried if I keep pressing this, we're going to get stronger and stronger negatives against us. How are these battles going? Commanders, no one favored. He's getting forest bonus, no fort bonus. So yeah, he's just... It's kind of an odd matchup. I'm not sure how it's working the way it's working without his spearmen getting some kind of a bonus on my cavalry, but I can't find anything that says that he gets a bonus. Oh, that's what we needed. Oof. I had second thoughts about that, but do I have enough points? Oh, I do have enough points to move in and maybe even get off one. No, it's going to take 2 to move in. Everybody but my riders will be done. He's going to end up having to retreat back to here, which means yet another pretty strong fight back there. Yeah, I don't have enough points. All right, we got to get in there. We'll recover next round back to full, and we're just going to end up chasing these guys back to Vin Bay to try to finish them, I guess, with that army group. Or I'll probably do it with this army group. We'll peel the Nightmare Riders off to continue down here. That'll be the better deal with all these spearmen he's packing. Oh, that's just a levy unit. I'm not afraid of that. Spearmen are what worry me, not levies. All right, that was a pretty good result. We took a few more losses than I expected, but we've got the economy to recover those and keep pushing. All right. I'm going to keep you guys. Actually, do I keep you guys where you're at, or do I start swapping? I got 4 points on the knights. And I can swap 1 unit at a time, which is kind of weird. So select nobody. You move down here. Select nobody. What do I want in that main stack? 2 Lichborn currently. Let's move. Whoops. Oh, it's going to be 3 points? Ah, crap. Damn it. Well, that doesn't help. Yep, because of the adjacency. It's going to be 3. I thought I could swap back and forth. I'll have to wait till next turn. We're strong enough that he's not going to come after me, I don't believe. That guy's in a slight bit of danger, but he's mostly just on a blocker. Slow him down, keep him from moving north. As far as I can figure out, he should retreat back and or consolidate, and if he has another unit, bring it forward. All right. I was hoping to do a little more maneuvering here, but I better just let this settle out. I think we're done with the army stuff. We got more units coming forward. Hey, you, gather rumors. And then, what else we got? Druid adventure. Ooh, a warlock. I want a warlock. We do have money. All right, so we got a warlock for our second group. Do I take an adventurer? Let's take the adventurer. Let's not leave the poor guys out. Maybe he's changed things again and adventurers are worth it now. But previously I would ignore the adventurers and take a second mage. So that's 2, 3, 4 towards our next group. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then everybody else is hanging out in the tavern at 6254. All right, so we got the cleric, we got a warlock, we got an adventurer, and we have a warrior. So we need 1 more warrior and 1 more healer. No, shouldn't be a problem. I guess the druid counts as a healer. Got no money. What are things selling at? 8 per? I think it was 7 last time. 23 on iron, food 17. Those look familiar. All right, we're just down to 1 more unit, another warrior for our second group adventure. Hey guys, how about we gather rumors and go chase it down? Another low, that's what we need. You. Another fake. All right. That should give us plenty. I'm not sure how many more lows I'll do with our first group. But now that gives us enough in the area to get the second group some XP. Heroes are done. Army mans are done. Holding everything else to see what happens over here. Rebel descent at 50, 30, and 10. Otherwise, we're fine. The other heroes are still hanging out for another turn. Yep, 1 more turn. All right, so what happened? Yeah, he pulled back. No surprise there. So I'm going to have to chase him down. So we're going to leave you here. Push the rest forward. Leave you here and send 2 more Lichborn forward. I forgot to do this before I moved him again. Damn it. I hate that it lets you do that. All right. What are we up to? 3. And just one there, so the garrison's doing good there. I would like to get you brought forward to here to keep help suppressing. While we bring you here. I need one more group. How's our supply line looking? Oops. Doesn't quite extend forward all the way, but that's fine. These shouldn't be too difficult to take. I need to get one more unit added in here. Hey, Lichborn, come join the fun. All right, so next turn, I'll try to remember to reinforce that stack, and then we'll hammer this. I'm not sure if I'll split the stack for the rest of that. You guys push forward. Oh, wait, I need to leave somebody here. Oh, crap. Hey, you. Get over there. Do I move them forward or do I reinforce them? Nah, we push forward. We gotta bottle these guys up. All right. Oh, oh man, I should have stopped here probably, but oh well, whatever. Should be fine. What are we in? Oh, we're in Winter Dawn. All right. That is everybody, I think. I'm debating, let's pull one of these guys forward. They're doing a pretty good job of suppressing there. Get him pulled forward and then leapfrog him again. You, ooh. Wow. We've got, what, 2 Nightmare Riders in there already? And he doesn't have any army groups that are outside of the settlements, and I doubt he will. Let's, I think I'll bring you up here. Just to make sure we've got the option to go whichever direction we want to help out. Nobody else up there. Done, done, done. All right, so we're done with Army Man stuff. Moving on to heroes. So our heroes... Still got one more turn on that group. Oh, now the wizard shows up. You bastards. Healer. One tank. I really need another tank. Especially if we have to go do manual. You need an off tank. Because if your main tank gets hammered, you need to be able to switch over to the off tank to draw aggro off of the main, and or to be able to draw aggro off of your wizards. So if you can't keep up with the heals, you need an off tank. Much as I would like to, I guess, well, no, we're about to hit our max. We can only have 12 heroes, so I can only recruit one more. Till we start dropping down some, I forgot, what was it? Mage Academies? Mage Towers? Nope, not the Mage Tower. The Guild? Maximum Heroes +1. Yeah, we need to get some guilds started so we can increase our hero count. Yeah, the brutes are only... This brute is in the other group, so, you know, ignore these 6 are already grouped up. So we're only looking at these top 5. So we've got a cleric and a druid for our healing. We've got Alvin the warrior for our main tank. And he's more of a defensive tank, so... Well, yeah, I could hire the brute. I know the brute's on the list. I'm aware. That's not what I'm referring to. I would still really love to get this wizard just because he's also got an administrator bonus, and it's rare that wizards come across our list because of the nation type we are. But we got to get Edward. All right, so now we need to get into a low dungeon with our second group. That would be the closest. So you're not going to be able to make it in this turn. So it'll be next turn before we can get into an adventure. Damn it. I would have had to scout, and he would have stopped his movement here anyway, but we'll deal with that later. We're still going to run everybody north. You got a ways to run there, Edward. All right, so 4, 5, and 6. That's our second adventuring group. Our other group is where? Tavskar? I forget where they jumped off to. I think Tavskar. Tavskar is 6254. Yeah, that's where they're hanging out. 6254. All right. So they'll pop out of Tavskar. We'll run them. They're going to have to go all the way across to the... Well, they got that one. We'll do that one, and then we'll check and evaluate, see if we might be strong enough for mediums. All right, are we done? I think we're done. I got no recruits queued up. We're building up another supply. What is our... Compliant low, 59 pop, 11 locations. I might keep holding on to points. I need to start setting up settlement bonuses. I don't know if there's any barracks down here. Force projection is going to be a problem if there's no barracks down here. And some of the district upgrades are pretty expensive and limited. So, what do you have? You have nothing. What do you have? You do have a barracks. So at least we have a barracks forward deployed to that point. We'll find out soon if they have one. These smaller towns here, not likely to have a barracks. So, you know, barracks. Where'd you go, barracks? Oh, it already has the barracks. 2 turns. But, it's not too bad, I guess. But I think I'll splurge for that stuff. We'll just keep our stockpiles looking good. I don't think I'll need more armies for finishing up this conquest, so we'll just keep letting them stockpile. They'll go away quick once I start building. There are probably some behind-the-scenes stuff I should get working on, like here at Darkhold, for example. Districts for Darkhold. All we have is a barracks level 1. So there are multiple levels to these. If we do a barracks here, level 2, deployment of trained or better unit in an owned and controlled location, more specialty points. Some of them, like, what do they all do? So this one is chance to generate more gold, additional food, temples, increased stability, which I don't know if that's really a problem for this nation. The library increases the number of alchemists you can have and the recruitment chance per turn. So you increase your max cap and your chances of getting new ones. The council hall lowers corruption, which is a kind of a empire sprawl mechanic where you start having problems. Barracks we looked at. The guild increases the maximum hero count. Harvester, excavator, purifier. These are mostly resources. So harvester for food. Food and wood? Yeah, food and wood. Excavator for stone and iron. And purifier for shards? Yeah, increase shard production. Mage tower, defense. 10 extra attacks of 8 range to a location if attacked. And the nullifier is undead and constructs -2. So that's what we don't want to see when we're approaching cities as we advance our armies. Nullifier is kind of a defense against undead. So, I would love to get a guild going and maybe a library going. But we'll wait a little longer. We're still having a bit of a gold problem. All right, let's advance. Yeah, on that hero list, it just randomly picks the names without even looking at if there's already the heroes of that name in the world or even on that same screen. In the short test game I did to kind of refresh my memory, I had 2 heroes with the same name on the same 3-hero list to recruit. Okay, more descent. Got some numbers going up we got to be careful of. What are we looking like? That's still at 1. That one's at 1. That one is at 0. Why are we seeing numbers like 40% and stuff then? Oh, it's minus 10%. Minus 10%. Descent is at 40, 20, and 10. So 47, 41. That one? That doesn't show descent. Weird. It's only showing descent 1. I'm not sure. That's whatever. Not much I can do about it. He got the units back close to full strength. We're back to seeing 3 spearmen. He's got a levy added in, so yeah, he brought the unit I hit hard mostly back up to strength. We're gonna remember. Oh, we don't have the resources. What, did I run out of cash? Yeah, my Lichborn, you need to be reinforced, buddy. Off to the market. What are we looking at? 31 for iron. Ooh, I mean, seller's market. Food still down at 17, stones 15. So, all right, let's sell a batch of 10, 20 iron. Get some cash. Finish reinforcing there. Anybody else? I think everybody else is full strength. Yeah. 59? 59? Why are you highlighting Nightmare Riders? What is with that? It's weird. I guess I don't think we ran out of another resource. I'm not sure if we hit the reinforced limit or what, but all right, well, we're 1 shy there. So he is in the forest. That's what, a 10% boost? Yeah, 10% defense boost. We don't have a lot of archery, so I don't care about the cavalry boost. So he's not getting a lot of boost there. Sure would be nice to get a hero unit in. This is going to take some effort to finish this thing off. What we might end up doing is just leaving one of our armies kind of chasing this stack around while we finish taking the rest of the settlements, and then the armies are relevant at that point. I mean, we reinforced multiple times in this stack, so it's not that. We're in supply. It just didn't finish that last 1 point there for some reason, and it won't let me. Whatever. Okay, so what to do here? If I push forward here, 3 points, that would leave 2 points for our lowest movement point levels. We'd be able to smash that. Then he's going to go free roaming. I don't think he'll get supply. Yeah, he might get supply from here. What to do here? I wish I could get confirmation of whether spearmen get a bonus on cavalry units. Otherwise, they're just the light infantry units. Well, levies are the light. Men-at-arms are the heavy. So what's the difference between... Yeah, I'm not sure. Decisions to make. Do we come down here, hit this, and then peel off to try to take that while leaving... I could bring a unit down to garrison it. Yeah, let's do that. I'm actually tempted to come over here and hit this first. If I can take this and this, then he's definitely going to be out of supply. And unless he can get to a settlement and take it, he'll just attrition starve down. So, what do we do? By the time I finish that, we're not going to have a lot of points left on anything but the riders. How far can you get? 6 points to there, leaves 3 points for an additional attack. The alternative is just to hold him here while I get this cleared up, then move in to take this. But I'm worried he'll step that stack in, make it a little harder. All right, I think we take this fight. Then we leave behind these guys. What are the chances I'd be able to take that solo? Or even with this guy added in, have 3 nightmare riders go after it. How amusing does that sound? That sounds pretty amusing. I'm amused. Ooh. 0 movement points. Damn it. Can anybody get in? Nobody can get in. I'm going to be 1 point short again. No matter who I pick, we're 1 point short. Got no movement points left. I don't think. Can a 6-pointer make it in? Oh, I can get one of the 6-pointers in. Bring him down to support. You guys don't have anything else to do with your limited points, just to move on in there. It's important that we actually take this, so let's peel off one of the fighting. Oh, I gotta do one of the big guys, damn it. It's gotta be a Lichborn. Arrgh. Man, that sucks. Foiled again by 1 movement point. 1 second. Yeah. What is more important? I think I can take this fight and secure this. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, let's pull you out of here, reinforce that. Pull one of the Lichborn out here, the guy that's wounded. Get that captured. Bring you over. Ah, well, that wasn't the result I expected. Oh, shit. Wow. Dudes, what happened there? Gods favor no one, equal leadership. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, did we break it? How did he get a 42% frickin' fortification bonus? Did that have a number in it before I attacked? Because that's bullshit. What the hell? And if he moves that stack in, which he's going to do, and if he continues getting this 42% fortification bonus when there's no fortifications, I call bullshit. Huh. Yeah, somebody's going to have to get in the Wayback Machine and verify for me whether there was a number inside that shield. I thought the battle report would give us a message about if we got an overrun, or I forget what it's called, but there's a result during combat that you get that destroys fort levels. There was a shield in there? Yeah, so where the hell is this coming from? That is not cool. Not even slightly. Just standard militia units sitting in there. Yeah, that was not cool. That I don't know what's going on there. That's broke. That is absolutely broken. All right, whatever. That's really annoying because that's going to really slow down this press, because he may or may not move into there. Sometimes they're silly, but you know, the smart move would get that army into that settlement and keep me from taking it. That way you can keep everybody supplied, and it's going to be really tough for me to break them out, especially if they're getting this magical, mysterious, massive fortification bonus. Okay, so let's see. Out of movement, out of movement, out of movement. I think I might send one other guy over there, just in case he comes back up the road. I got nobody coming down the road. I got nobody queued up. If you try to copy a link in there, it didn't come through. The bot's going to prevent you from dropping links or anything. It'll look normal on your side, but everybody else just sees a couple asterisks. All right, we get 2 dungeon adventures this turn. It's not weird. The bot just not going to let you post any links, period. It's a protective measure. Unless you're listed as a friend of the channel, which I don't often bother with, because the number of times people want to post a link is just ridiculously small, so it's not even worth setting up. All right, is that it? I think we're done, other than the dungeon adventures. We're done with everything there. It's really down to just getting this fight finished for that spot. If he does not move in there, I'm going to bring something over, and we're going to get through it next round. We'll have full movement points, so if he moves in, it's going to delay me. If he doesn't move in, we'll take that, and I just need to get one of these army groups pushed down this road, and then it doesn't matter if he has the army running around. So, let's do our dungeon stuff. Dungeon stuff. Uh-oh, research. Another alchemist. Oh, we're close. 25, 26, 24 out of 30. Let's go ahead and put an extra point here. Usually I stick to 3 per. I forget what the actual diminishing returns values were, but we'll do it. All right, dungeon stuff. Let's do the experienced group first. So these guys, oh, that's movement rate. Yeah, these guys are level 3 all the way down. Yep, level 3 all the way down into a low dungeon. We should be sitting at, I don't think you can get better than 1% on the kill rate. I think there's always a chance somebody's going to die. Yeah, we're sitting at 1%. No deaths, 2-turn recovery, 62 gold, 1 shard, and another gold sword. And they went south this time. Perfect. South is better than east. All right, and then the other group. These are newbies. Newbies! We might have a 3 or 4% death chance here. Level 1s going into their first dungeon. What's our mix again? We got the warrior and the brute. It's a good combo. I'm fuzzy on the adventurer. I'm still not convinced they're worth it, but like I said, maybe he changed the numbers and they're more valuable now. But otherwise, we got 2 healer. Yeah, we got 2 healer types. We got the druid and the cleric. Then we've got the warlock and the adventurer. In you go. Low dungeon, 2%. Nobody died. Ooh, Ring of Louvre. 26 yards. I love how sometimes it's 2, 1, 3. Then all of a sudden it's 30. It's quite the range. It seems a little whack, that range that's possible there. Now we got 2 groups hanging out in the bars and the brothels. But that got us a pretty good amount of cash boost, and we got some shards to spend. That'll be great, because when I start pumping out certain things, we're going to deplete that pretty quick. So not having to buy those will be wonderful. And then we also have a gold sword and a ring. So the Ring of Louvre is +2 conviction. That's a cleric item. If we go look at heroes... conviction, willpower, and focus determines health, magical defense, and healing. So we'll hand that off to... I think I'm going to focus all the items on the first primary group initially, and then we'll start seeding items back to the new group. So let's go get a cleric. Which group is which? You guys are the level 3s. Yeah, level 3s and 4s. So you... either going to be Bob, the druid, or Charlene, the cleric. Conviction of 6 versus conviction of 6. Healing of 12, magic power 7. They're pretty close to identical. I guess it's going to be Charlene first. And the gold sword... who didn't get the sword earlier? Alvin? Yeah, Dion got the Auroch blade, so Alvin will get the gold sword.